Welcome back, guys, to another Jtwes video, another Jtwes review, and I'll be talking about my new, to me, 2021 Ram 1500 Classic. Alright guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. This is a video my dad has mentioned a few times that has been on the way, and as you guys know, in the summer we're always busy, and I now have some time to take this video and tell you guys about my brand new, to me, Ram truck. So we'll take the elephant, address the elephant in the room, as they say. I did trade in my car. And I know what you're thinking. Will, you've done 3 videos on this channel about that car. You put in a brand new pistol grip shifter that you were so happy about. And I even had plans of possibly doing a K&N cold air intake and something like that to my Challenger. But I needed the truck more than I needed the fast car. But first, we're going to talk about the vehicle you see in front of you. This truck, as you can tell, looks exactly like that truck over there. That is Mom and Dad's 2015 Ram 1500. That was before they called it the Classic Edition. That is the Gen 4 Dodge Rams. And this Gen 4 Dodge Ram, people loved it. It's one of the best body styles. It's one of the most bought body styles, probably on the same level as the 2nd Gen Ram when it came out. And when the 5th Gen Ram came out, Dodge kept making this one, or excuse me, Ram kept making this one. And all they had to do was put this little badge on the door, Ram Classic. And of course, there's some other differences in it that we'll talk about. But I just wanted to walk around the truck and you guys can take in the details and such. And if you own a 4th Gen Ram, you can tell this looks exactly like yours. This one was built in 2021. It's got everything that I would want on it. It's a crew cab, first of all. It's 4-wheel drive. That's a big difference between this truck and my parents' truck. It has the Hemi. I'm very happy about that. I couldn't go without that. And it has the tow package. It has the built-in tow haul function and the built-in trailer tow brake adjuster in it. And I've had it for about a month now, a little over a month, maybe a little bit more than that. But I have really, really enjoyed this truck. I got it on a Thursday, and then the next day I drove it all the way to the Outer Banks. That's where my parents were vacationing, so I really put a good test to it, and it held up very well. It is an 8-speed automatic transmission. The red truck is a 6-speed automatic transmission, and so that saves me some gas more than the red truck does. So my tank can last a little bit longer. It has a 32-gallon fuel tank. That is a bigger option that you can order from the factory. So I was really glad to see that on the spec sheet. And I've really loved this truck. And when I was younger in high school, I'll tell you a little story. In 12th grade, I had this class that was all about mapping out your life after high school, which was a very progressive class at the time because, you know, a lot of times it's all college. But this class was something that my high school, Bartlett Yancey, kind of made up on their own. And they lumped it in with a college readiness class for credit's sake. But before I get too far into that, in that class you had to list some goals. And one of my goals was to have a truck. And it's funny, that truck, Mom and Dad's truck, is actually in a video that I made for that class. And I'll put a little snippet of that video in here right now. As you can see, my videoing skills started way before the channel came about, but I hope you guys like that little snippet of it. And it's basically just me talking about I want to own a Ram 1500 when I'm older, and here I am now. So I'm real tickled to have a truck. And the other day I pulled Dad's Cub Cadet mower to my house and to the church to mow, and it's just a tickling feeling to know I finally have a vehicle that I can haul some stuff with reliably, because my Dakota is a nice A to B truck and you can put stuff in the back of it, but I don't really think about hooking a trailer to it much. But let's get in the inside so I can show you how similar and almost identical it is to the 2015 Ram. Alright guys, we're inside the Ram 1500, and this looks exactly like the dash in that truck over there. A few different things though. For example, obviously the shifter. It's moved from the column to a turn knob. And I'm sure a lot of people, when this first came out in the trucks and lots of vehicles, it didn't feel right. You grow up all your life grabbing a shifter to put it in gear, and then it switches over to this knob, this electronically controlled knob. And you know what? I went from a 6-speed to using this knob, and it hasn't been an egregious change. It hasn't been something that I'm like, oh, I gotta use this knob. It is a fine mechanism to shift your gears in, and it's got a good feel to it. It's not loose. It's not like you can accidentally, if you want to go in reverse, you're not going to accidentally go into neutral or drive. It's got good clicks to it that you can feel, good ratcheting. So that's good about that. Here is the 4-wheel drive selector. When you crank up the truck, it always goes into 2-wheel drive. And then, of course, you put it in neutral to either go in 4-wheel drive lock or 4-wheel drive low. You can go in 4-wheel drive lock on the fly. They say under 50 miles per hour, that's okay to put it in 4-wheel drive. And I've done it. It works, obviously. 4-wheel drive low works very well. You put it in 4-wheel drive low, you put it in drive, and the truck tilts sideways because it's got so much torque running to the wheels. And I really liked that when I did that, because it just shows, how powerful it is and such a good 4-wheel drive system it has in it. This radio is different from the red truck. It is a touch screen for the radio, and this is also the backup camera. All vehicles after 2018 must have a backup camera, and this truck has it, and it shows up right here when you put it in reverse. And overall, the whole truck is the same, from the steering wheel to the way the dash is designed. It has a gear selector right here. This is different from the red truck over there. It also has voice control command. You can Bluetooth your phone to this radio. It also has pick up or hang up your phone if you get a call in the truck. This is a modification I put in from a company called Course, Course. They make phone holders that do not damage your dash in your truck. My dad has one in his 2500 Ram, and it slips in behind a dash piece. This one uses 2 existing screws that are up here underneath this rubber mat. A metal plate goes on there, and you put in 2 screws that already exist in the design of the dash, and it bolts in perfectly. I got the magnetic charging phone holder. You put your phone right there, it magnetically hooks up, and it charges your phone. I love that. You can use your GPS. You don't have to set your phone in here or set it down here, whatever. It's right here where you can see it and see the road. So that's the only thing I've gotten for this truck, and I've really enjoyed it. And cup holder's the same. There's 3 of them. Trailer brake control right here, tow haul, traction control off. Same glove box, same door design, same tow mirrors, same everything. Just a few little tweaks here and there as they've progressed as the Ram 1500 Classic. So that's the front seats. And to show you the back seats, there's plenty of room back here. This back seat flips up, just like the other ones. And it works really well. I like having a crew cab because when I went to the Outer Banks, my brother and his wife sat back there and they had no problem with room. I got the 5'7" foot truck bed on mine. Same thing as my parents' Dodge truck. Spray-in bed liner from the factory. I'm really glad to have that because, you know, I know it's a truck bed, but there's just something about when you put something in it and it scratches the truck bed, you're like, ah, man, that doesn't feel too good. You know, you put a lot of money into a vehicle and you work real hard for it. So I'm really glad I have the spray-in bed liner. And as you guys can see, it's a bit dusty and dirty, but what else would a truck be if you didn't have some dirt and grime on it? But I've really enjoyed it. I do need to wash it though. Wash your vehicles and they'll keep up. And there's a few dings and dents here, but that's because I got it used. I bought it from CBS Cars in Roxborough, and the salesman I bought it from, his name was Rocky. And let me tell you guys something. That man, he was so kind and he was so thorough with the car trading process, the car buying process, from the value of the trade, from getting my loan together, getting insurance lined up, everything. It was just, I'd been to a few other dealerships before getting this trucking, before going to CBS. And let me tell you, man, he made those dealerships look like a salvage yard, okay? I mean, CBS Cars in Roxborough, look him up. He's had people come from all over the country to buy a car from him because his customer service is so phenomenal. And it was just such a great car buying experience. But again, I got this truck used, 48,000 miles. Not too bad. I got a great deal on my trade, and sure, there's a few dings here, a few dents there. I don't mind one bit. It's such a great blessing to have this truck. And but yeah, I'm definitely going to keep this truck for a long time, and I'm really going to enjoy it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video about my new to me Ram 1500 truck from 2021. And I hope you guys have been able to see the similarities between this truck, that's a few years older than that truck, and how they're basically the same thing. And it's a real testament to the, number one, the popularity of this body style. Number two, its reliability. Because why would a company keep making the same exact truck with a whole new truck that they're making right alongside of it? But again, you know, I'm a Dodge guy. I've grown up with Dodge vehicles all my life. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. And I want to tell you the real reason I got this truck, because I'm sure you might have guessed by now, trading in a 2-door for a 4-door, a big truck, 4-wheel drive, can go anywhere. It's not about me anymore, guys. Because come January of 2025, me and Megan will be a family of 3. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.